Good afternoon. This is cause number 2021-15992 in the interest of Juanita Mesa. All parties and witnesses, please raise your right hands to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Ms. Keener, he's talking to you.
Yes.
All right, ma'am. Please state your name and your relationship to the child.
Casey Kinner, and I'm her mother.
All right. And for the state?
Sade Parker, Your Honor.
Court will note that the non-custodial parent is Rufo Cesar Meza Cruz. Mr. Cruz was served at 1:54 p.m. on July 2nd, 2021. At 237 West Travis, San Antonio, Bexar County, Texas. It appears he's not filed an answer or appeared. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct.
Okay. Then we will proceed by default.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, the state would like to call Casey Keener.
All right.
Ms. Keener, who is Juanita Deshelle Mesa?
She's my daughter.
What is her birth date?
August 8th, 2008.
How old is she?
She's 13.
Who is her father?
Rufo Cesar Mesa Cruz.
And when Juanita was born, do you remember Mr. Mesa Cruz coming to the hospital and signing an acknowledgement of paternity?
Yes.
And do you also remember signing that acknowledgement of paternity?
Yes.
You and Mr. Mesa Cruz are currently married, correct?
Yes.
Were you married at the time Juanita was conceived?
No.
Okay. And are you requesting that this court create a parent-child relationship between Rufo Cesar Mesa Cruz and Juanita?
Yes.
Okay. What type of conservatorship are you requesting?
So.
And what type of visitation are you requesting for Mr. Mesa Cruz?
Standard.
And are you also requesting that he be ordered not to drink alcohol 24 hours prior to or during his possession of Juanita?
Yes.
And why are you requesting that?
Because he has a drinking problem.
Okay. And what type of health insurance is currently available for Juanita?
Medicaid.
And you understand that the medical support will be based on his income and a guideline amount, correct?
Yes.
And you understand that amount will be $366 beginning on November 1st, 2021.
Yes.
And you also understand that the child support will be based on the guideline amount as well, in the amount of $1,189 per month beginning on November 1st, 2021.
Yes.
And you're requesting that this court take a retroactive child support judgment from the period of July 1st, 2018 through today's date, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And when did you and Mr. Mesa Cruz separate?
June of 2018.
Okay, and since June of 2018, how much has Mr. Mesa Cruz given you for support of your child or giving your child for this?
He's given it's $600 a month.
So he's giving you in total $24,000 since June. Okay. And the calculation for the child for what the retroactive child support during that time would have been was $39,056, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And giving him credit for the $24,000 that he's given you, that leaves us with the judgment amount of $15,056, which you're requesting be paid back at $126 per month, starting on November 1st of 2021, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're also requesting that he pay all court costs as billed?
Yes, ma'am.
And that he be responsible for 50% of all uncovered healthcare expenses.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you believe this order is in the best interest of your child?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you requesting that this court approve this default order?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have no further questions for this witness.
All right, the court will approve the order as submitted. Thank you.
Thank you.
Are you
Okay, Ms.
handling? Okay,
I'm
go ahead.
handling Chavaria. I think that's how you say it. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. Ms. Keener, you can hang up. You're free to go. You're done for the day.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
This is cause number 2021-35482 in the interest of Lilia Marie Ortiz. All parties and witnesses, please raise your right hands to be sworn and unmute yourselves. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, I do.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
My name is Desiree Chaladia, and I am the mother of Liliana Ortiz.
And for the state?
Sharday Parker, Your Honor.
Court will note that the non-custodial parent is Jesse Anthony Ortiz. Mr. Ortiz was personally served on June 30th, 2021 at 5:04 p.m. at 1122 Zoe Street, Houston, Harris County, Texas. He's not filed an answer or appeared. Is that correct, Ms. Parker?
Yes, Your Honor.
We'll proceed by default.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state calls the state calls Desiree Marie Chavaria. Miss Chavaria, who is Lillian Marie Ortiz?
That is my daughter.
What is her birth date?
6/5/2018.
How old is she?
She's 3 years old.
Who is her father?
Jesse Ortiz.
And when Lillian was born, do you remember Mr. Ortiz being at the hospital and signing an acknowledgement of paternity?
Yes, I do.
And do you also remember signing that acknowledgement?
Yes, I do.
And are you requesting that this court create a parent-child relationship between Lillian Ortiz and Jesse Ortiz?
Yes.
And what type of conservatorship are you requesting?
So,
And what type of possession order are you requesting for Mr. Ortiz?
extended.
Okay, and to your knowledge, does Mr. Ortiz have any other children?
No.
And what type of health insurance is currently available for your child?
Okay,
She's
wait a
currently
second. Before we move on there, why are you requesting sole managing conservatorship?
Because she's been living with me since she's been born.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
She's been living with me since she's been born.
He's been living with you,
She's been
the
living
child.
with me, the dog. Yes.
The child, okay, but do you think that you can uh, have parental discussions as far as the welfare of this child with Mr. Chavarria?
He's
Mr.
Mr.
Ortiz,
Ortiz.
yes, I can.
I'm sorry, Mr. Ortiz. You can?
Yes.
In other words, does he have a relationship with the child?
Yes, he does.
Okay, well, I think joint managing conservatorship may be in order unless you've got something further on this.
Miss Chavaria, who takes your daughter to the doctor's and dentist appointments?
I do.
Has he ever taken her to any of those?
No, he has not.
Does he even know who her doctor or her dentist is?
No, he does not.
Does he visits with your child, correct?
Yes, he does.
How often does he visit with the child?
Not too often, just whenever he feels like it.
So whenever he feels like it, he contacts you to see your child, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
But he's not involved in the day-to-day decision-making as it relates to your child, is he?
No, he is not.
Does he call you regularly to inquire about her general welfare?
No, he doesn't.
Okay. And currently, you said what type of health insurance is available for your child?
Medicaid?
And you understand that based on the minimum wage presumption, the medical support will be set at $56 per month beginning on November 1st, 2021, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
And you also understand that the child support, which is also being based on the minimum wage presumption, will be set at $217 per month beginning on November 1st, 2021.
That is correct.
And you're not requesting retroactive child support at this time, correct?
No, I'm not.
Okay. And are you requesting that are you sorry, let me slow down. Are you requesting that he be responsible for 50% of all uncovered healthcare expenses?
Yes,
And that he be responsible for all court costs as billed?
yes,
And do you believe this order is in the best interest of your child?
yes, I do.
And currently, does he have access to your address and phone number?
Phone number, address, no.
Okay, so he has your phone number, but he doesn't have your address, correct?
That is correct.
And when he does see his child, when you exchange her, where do you do that?
At my mother's location.
And you would like to keep doing that at your mother's location, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, and do you feel that if he was to have access to your address, that any undue harm or harassment could come to you or your children by him having access to your address?
Yes,
Okay. And are you requesting that the court grant the non-disclosure of your address?
yes.
Your Honor, I have no further questions for this witness.
Well, we have to develop the family violence a little more other than she says that harm might come to her. Why?
Okay, Ms. Triria, when you and Mr. Ortiz were in a relationship, was there ever any incidents of family violence between you?
Yes, there is physical, emotionally, and mentally abuse.
Okay, when you say physical abuse, what type of abuse are you talking about?
Slapping, pulling my hair.
Okay, and
punching me on the ground.
okay, and were your children present at that time?
No, they were not.
Okay, but it was just when it was you and him, he would
Yes.
commit. Okay. Your Honor, I have no further questions for this witness.
All right, the court will approve the order submitted. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Chavarria, you can go ahead and hang up. There's nothing further for today.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
All right, this is called number 2021-33499 in the interest of Delilah and Damien Ochoa. All parties and witnesses, please unmute yourselves and raise your right hands to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the children.
Selena Lara, I'm the mother.
All right, and for the state,
Jaquita Williams, Your Honor.
court will note that Jaime Ochoa Jr. is the non-custodial parent. He was personally served on June 24th, 2021 at 10:41 a.m. at 8215 Roswell Street, Houston, Harris County, Texas, and he has not appeared or filed an answer. Is that correct, Ms. Williams?
Yes, Your Honor, that is correct.
All right, we'll proceed by default.
Your Honor, the state would like to call its first witness, Ms. Laura. Ms. Laura, what is your relationship to the children?
I am their mother.
Okay, and who is the father of the children?
Jaime Ochoa Jr.
Okay, and are you aware that Ms. Ochoa signed an acknowledgement of paternity when each of the children were born?
Correct.
And are you asking this court to establish a parent-child relationship between Mr. Ochoa and your children, Delilah and Damien?
Yes.
And who makes the day-to-day decisions about the children?
I do.
Who takes the children to dentist and doctor's appointments?
I do.
Does Mr. Ochoa contact you about the welfare of the children?
Never.
And are you asking this court to appoint you as the sole managing conservator of the children?
Correct.
When is the last time Mr. Ochoa had any type of communication with the children?
May 20th of 2020.
Okay, and are you asking this court to grant the modified possession order with 12 periods of possession each phase?
Yes.
And how is the children covered for health insurance?
They have Medicaid.
And do you have any safety concerns with your address being disclosed in this order?
Yes, I do.
And what you say you do have safety concerns with your address being disclosed?
Yes.
And what
I
are those?
submitted a non-disclosure form.
And what are those concerns?
He has a tendency to show up like in the middle of the night to try to take the children, just like on random days.
And has there been a history of family violence between you and Mr. Ochoa?
Just verbal.
Just what? I'm sorry.
Verbal?
Verbal. Okay.
Yes.
No further questions for this witness, Your Honor.
Miss Lara, if Mr. Ochoa were to know your address, does he know your address right now?
He knows the physical address, just not the mailing address, which is different.
Well, but if you were to move, do you think that he might cause you some type of harassment or abuse or serious harm or injury?
Just harassment, like he
All right.
even called my job.
All right. Go ahead, Miss Williams.
Your Honor, the state would like to call its next witness, Ms. Bidu.
Unmute yourself, Miss Bidu. Unmute yourself. There we go.
Ms. Bidu, can you stand for the court?
Natasha Bidu,
And where are you employed?
the Office of the Attorney General Child Support Division.
And what is your position there?
I'm a child support officer.
And what is the nature of your responsibilities and duties as a child support officer?
One of them is to investigate non-custodial parent wage information and to calculate guideline child support and retroactive child support.
And have you received any special trainings to calculate child support in compliance with the Texas Family Code?
I have.
And have you calculated child support in this matter?
I have.
And Ms. Bidu, what are your calculations?
Current child support will be based on a minimum wage presumption and allotting for $75 in medical support. Child support will be $266 per month beginning November 1st, 2021.
Okay, and have you calculated retroactive child support in this matter?
Yes, from retroactive child support from the period of May 2020 until today, October 5th, 2021. The total retroactive child support is $5,481 to be paid back at $77 per month starting November 1st, 2021.
No further questions for this witness. I'll pass this witness, Your Honor.
Ms. Lara, do you have any questions for Ms. Bidu?
No.
All right, make sure you be excused, Ms. Williams.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you, Ms.
All right, you're excused, Ms. Bidu.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The state would now like to call Ms. Lara again as its witness.
All right.
Ms. Lara, are you asking this court to order the child support amount beginning November 1st at the 266 as previously testified?
Yes.
And are you asking for retroactive child support in this matter?
Yes.
And what days are you asking for retroactive child support?
As of May 20th, 2021.
Okay, and based off Ms. Bidu's testimony, are you aware that the total retroactive child support is $5,481 to be ordered to be paid at $77 monthly beginning November 1st, 2021?
Yes.
Okay, and are you asking the court to order Mr. Ochoa to pay all court costs in this matter?
Yes.
Are you asking this court to grant this default order?
Yes.
And do you believe that to be in the best interest of the children?
Is there any way I can add something?
Yes, ma'am. I have no further questions for you, Ms. Ochoa. I'm Miss Laura. I apologize.
Yes, Ms. Lotta, what did you want to add?
So on one of the previous witnesses, they mentioned like no alcohol and stuff prior to the visitation. Is that something that you guys enforce, or is it just written on there, or how does that work?
Is that in the order, Ms. Williams?
No, sir, Your Honor, that is not in the order, but I have to modify that order now anyhow.
All right, yes, we can add that.
Okay.
And so you're gonna have to log back in, is that correct, Ms. Williams?
Yes, Your Honor, that is correct.
All right, you can talk to her. I'll go ahead and approve it with that addition. And you'll submit the orders today?
Yes, sir, Your Honor, I will.
All right.